Hello, everyone, and welcome to Connections. And I'm here with a very, very special guest. I am so excited to see her. This is Pastor Funmi Ovie-Daniels, a special dear friend to my heart. Thank you so much for taking out time to be here with us and to be here with,
Thank
our
you.
wonderful audience. You know,
Thank you
and I'm sure
for having me.
someone there might be wondering, okay, who is this special guest? I'm just going to read a bit of her profile for you. So Funmi Ovie-Daniels is a certified marriage and relationship counselor and mindset coach. She's a teacher, trainer, and an equiper. As an equiper, her job is to equip with knowledge, wisdom, guidance, and mentorship that the person needs to fulfill their God-ordained purpose. She's also a mindset coach and a marriage and relationship counselor. She has a clear vision to see people live transformational lives. I beg your pardon, transformational lives through intentional mind renewal. She's also the founder of the Unveiled Woman Network, a ministry with a mandate to help women rediscover their true worth and value in Christ Jesus, thereby becoming true kingdom ambassadors. Okay, so I mean, she has it all covered from singles to married and to women. So everybody, I give you Pastor Funmi Ovie-Daniels. Thank you so much once again for taking our time to be here with
Thank you
us.
for having me.
Yeah, so it's Valentine's season, and on our platforms we've been talking about connections, and every time that we go to the social media, and and the subjects of relationship and marriages come up, we always see there's always something is always happening, something is always brewing. So today we are talking about connections, and we're coming from the angle of managing, challenging times for people that are in relationships. So I'm just gonna throw it to you and just ask you. So, what do you have to say about this? About all the crisis that's been going on, marriage crisis everywhere? Okay, what do you have to say?
Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me here, and it's such an honor and a privilege to have this conversation with you, especially as this is something that is really at the core of my heart. It's something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm glad to be here. Now to the subject matter. Yeah, it's really saddening when you look at statistics and you look at what's happening relationship wise, marriage wise, and a lot of the crises going on, people's marriages packing up, and all that. It almost gives room for concern. But I'm one person that I believe that even in the midst of crisis, I have the belief that crisis is also an opportunity for for innovation, for creativity, and for purpose to be fulfilled. So I began to see the possibilities and the opportunities in the crisis. And one of the things I began to see is if people are knowledgeable in on how to make marriage work, like if people have equipped with the right tools of wisdom on how to have flourishing, let's even start from flourishing relationships in their lives. If they are equipped with that wisdom, we will have less of the crisis that we have. So rather than feeling so overwhelmed by the failed marriages or the relationships that are not adding value to people's lives and all that, I began to tell myself that how can I help people to grow in knowledge, to come to the point where they begin to rethink what marriage is all about. They begin to rethink what relationship is about. Because once that happens, we will see less of what we're seeing. So that is where I'm coming from whenever I stumble. So when I stumble on, oh, some people, this person divorced, this marriage is not working, I don't go, oh my goodness, it has happened again. Oh my goodness, what's going on? I'm not in that. I'm rather like, okay, this is only showing a problem. The problem of a lot of people are not equipped spiritually, mentally, psychologically, however way, on what to do to make their marriage work. So that's my approach, and that is what has funded what I do as a marriage. It's actually even what pushed me to marriage counseling. It's
Mm,
actually what pushed me to marriage. I didn't start off telling myself that I was going to be a marriage counselor, all right? But as I began to pray to God about what was going on, as I began to talk to God about what I was seeing, as I began to talk to God about this, oh, okay, marriage is not working, what can be done? One of the things the Holy Spirit told me said, one manifestation of the blessing is to replenish. When God blessed man in Genesis 1, he said, be fruitful, multiply, replenish. Replenish means to supply what is lacking. When you replenish your house, it means that provisions that had gone out of you were lacking in provisions. You go, you buy provisions, you go, you get groceries for your house, you've added to your house. So he began to tell me, said for me, the way to solve this problem is to see yourself as someone that have called to replenish the earth in this area. So you provide the wisdom, you provide the counsel that is lacking, because when that is available, people will do better. When people know better, they will do better. So it sponsored my move as a marriage counselor, and that is where I draw my delight from. So that's my view on what is happening today, and that's my approach on what is happening today in today's world.
Okay, okay. So now let's be a bit practical. So how do you navigate challenges that come in a relationship? All sorts of challenges. Challenges can come from different places, yes. So, but how do you navigate those challenges successfully? You spoke about the fact that it's not just, and which is good because we are not just focusing on the married or just singles, but we're focusing on general relationships. So, how do you navigate these challenges? Because challenges will come, they will come.
Yeah.
So, are there any principles, step by step principles that people
Yeah.
can use?
Yes. So first and foremost, you must understand that when it comes to relationships, you are dealing with people who are not like you, people who don't think like you, people who don't, who have not had the kind of life experience you have had. So I always tell people that when you are in a relationship with someone, you get to know their story.
Hmm.
When you know people's story, you can make some excuses for them. That's the truth. The reason why sometimes people feel frustrated in relationships is because they come into a relationship with very high expectations that end up not being met, as against coming in strategically with wisdom. Who is this person? Now, I'm not talking about what the person tells you. I mean, if you meet me for the first time and you say, tell me about you, come on now, I'm not going to tell you all the nasty things I've been through in my life. I would not. I will tell you all, I will give you the best of, I mean, you just read my profile. But hey, my husband knows that there is more to Funmi than all of that that is written down. So get to know the person's story. So for instance, you're in a relationship. Now let's even talk about dating, courtship, and all of that. You're in a relationship with a guy that is not romantic. And you're already feeling frustrated. This guy is not romantic, blah 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 and everything. But have you ever sat down to look at the why he isn't romantic? Could it be that it's not like he just chooses not to be, or just doesn't know how because he didn't see it growing up? He
Hmm.
doesn't know what romance is. Or better still, maybe as a child growing up, he was the very needy child, and he kept hearing that you are too needy, you are too needy. A man is to be tough, a man is to be strong, and that was wired into his subconscious. And so, to him, expression of romance is weakness. So, because of that, he doesn't know how to be romantic. So, but he knows how to be a responsible husband. He knows how to be a responsible guy. When I say responsible, he won't cheat on you. He won't do. He will be faithful to you. He will provide what needs to be provided, pay the bills. But you see that romance, that flowers, giving you flowers in the morning, taking out on
No
dates.
red roses.
You wait.
No red
Now,
roses on
if you're
Valentine's Day.
married or in a relationship to such a person, if you know his story, you will actually make some excuses, and this is what you will now find yourself doing. You see that thing that is now struggling to do, you begin to do it.
Hmm.
and he will learn on the job. So when we talk about navigating challenges, that is the number one. People people don't know the stories of those that they are in relationship with, even friends. So you need to know the person you are in a relationship with. Get to know their story. It will help you. It will give you perspective of a whole lot. It will make you. It will help your heart. It will make you not to be easily offended. It will make you not to always feel like your needs are not being prioritized. So many things that we tend to say. You would actually make a lot of excuses. So that is for me number one. Now number two, first of all, be okay in yourself. Be okay most of the time. People get into relationships for the purpose of this, they want the relationship to fix them. So you're broke. Let me use that as an example. You're broke, you don't have money. And the next thing you're thinking about is, I want to get into a relationship because once I'm in a relationship, I will be funded. The guy will pay my bills, he will take care of me, he will do all of that. Now, I am not against your partner in a relationship taking care of you. That is necessary. I encourage it. But that place where you have turned that relationship to a financial plan is where there is a problem. Because to be honest, some of the challenges that we talk about that come out in relationships are tied around money, personality issues, differences, which not understanding your partner's journey in life, where he's coming from, the family orientation that he has,
Mm.
changed him.
Okay, I'm not certain you're breaking up on my end. Certain if it's also
Okay,
happening.
can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So it is very important, first of all, that you are okay in yourself. Ask yourself some very deep questions. Like, number one, who am I? What am I called
Mhm.
to do? What's my assignment? And be about it. Okay, how am I doing financially? How can I solve this? If this person exits my life today, will my life drop to zero? Will
Mhm.
I feel like there is something missing in my life if this person exits? So those are questions that when you ask, you will actually begin to, take some very intentional steps towards becoming a wholesome person, because you need to be whole. You need to be wholesome. You need to be whole spirit, soul, body. It's not just enough to say you pray, but you must be whole mentally. You must be whole physically. And the next thing is that you must learn to love unconditionally. You see, that unconditional love one is very key. Many times we love because it's convenient. We love because we are loved. We love because, oh, the person is doing some good stuff for us. But you need to tell yourself, this person ain't perfect.
Mhm.
Oh, he might have been carrying the ball for a long time, but let me tell you the truth, one day he's gonna drop that ball. When it happens, what will you be your response? Will you feel like all hell is going to break loose? Or you are going to forgive irrespective? One of the things God told me recently is that, for me, forgive your husband in advance.
Mhm.
That means when he's messing up right now, don't hold it to heart. Forgive. Don't make it an issue. Now, this is different from communicating and talking about issues. There's a difference between making something a major problem or sitting down to address a problem. There's a difference. So you need to learn to forgive. That unconditional, that thing of, if even if you end up not um, doing right in that sense, even if when it seems like you're not you're not meeting some expectations, or you're doing some things that is not sitting well with me, I will forgive you. And the best I will do is to also pray for you. So that's unconditional love. Because if you look out on social media, what is playing out a lot is conditional love. I love him because he took me to Dubai. I love him because he did this for me. I love her because she's this. I love her because she's that. Now remove all the because and tell yourself, can I still love the person if she's not looking all prim and proper? As when I say prim and proper, when you get married to her and she begins to have children and the tummy begins to shoot out, will you still love her? Will you still feel proud of her? Or will you tell yourself that you've entered one chance? So those are the things that I feel like if people are able to just, you know, walk into the dynamics of their relationship. I mean, there are some issues that will not even escalate beyond normal. Do you get it? And also tell yourself some truth. Conflict will always arise. I tell people, if conflict is not arising, somebody's lying. Somebody is in denial.
Mm.
If there is no
Very,
conflict in your relationship,
very true.
someone is in denial. Conflict does not mean your marriage is unhealthy. It simply means that you people are now confronting some real issues. You are now talking about elephants in the room. Your personalities are showing now. You are now face to face with reality.
Mm.
That's what conflict is. It's a sign that now you are not forming for each other again,
Mm.
because there will always be something you are not comfortable about. So when the conflicts arise, don't treat it like, oh, there's something wrong with this relationship. There is nothing wrong. In fact, there's a lot that is right. But
Yeah,
how you handle the conflict is what is now going to determine the longevity of the relationship and the
yeah,
health of the relationship.
very
How the conflict is handled. Do you understand? So I think those are the few I can
yeah.
mention for now. As we
Amazing.
can.
I mean, I was actually just going to say that you just hit the nail on the head when you mentioned conflicts, because when you talk about challenges, but really, what really are challenges? They're just, it's actually conflict, internal conflict. Something is happening, someone is not happy about something, and it's the way people respond to it. So thank you so much for your time. We've learned quite a lot today, and we're going to be calling on you, to do this. I know it. I'm asking myself, where did all the time run away? But here we are, and we have done. We've actually gone in farther than we thought we were going to go in today. So thank you very much. Thank you so much, Pastor
Oh,
Funmi
wow.
Ovie-Daniels. Hopefully, we should see you, and you should not be alone when we are seeing you the next time. Yeah, we are looking forward to it. So that, yeah, so we have, Pastor Fumi is married to an amazing, amazing, amazing person, and they are best boys. So I mean, there are different subjects of conversations that we're gonna have. So thank you so much for spending your time with
Yeah,
us, and have a beautiful day. And we
thank
hope to see you sometime soon. Okay, so um, for the rest of us
thank
that
you.
are still here, I'd like to just say thank you for connecting with us today. And we look forward to having you join us sometime again. So, till next time, take care of you. Have a beautiful day and please stay blessed. Bye.